Good afternoon. Happy Boxing Day. Hope you had a good Christmas. I am back out in the country and trying to get some miles in today. Trying out a new gadget today. It is the DJI Mimo that I got from my sister and brother-in-law, sister-in-law and her family. From my sister Sue and her husband Scott, I got this gimbal selfie stick thing, and giving it a go here. This way you don't have to be looking right up my nose. So far it's working out pretty good. Nice sunny day today. It's about -5, I think. Fairly calm right now. And started out on a bang. I thought I had my boots with me and I didn't. So I'm just wearing my hiking shoes. And somehow lost a perfectly good pair of wool gloves. So it's a good thing I was carrying my extra pair of gloves. Now one of the advantages of this stick is I can keep my gloves on and still operate my phone. And it should take out a lot of the wiggling, because it's on a gimbal, so it moves around with me, kind of floats a bit, and I can move my hand around quite a bit, and the picture stays relatively stable. So hopefully it prevents viewers from barfing. For some reason though, I have to stop recording to flip around to the front camera, which I just did there. It is a little heavy, so it's going to take me some time to build up the old muscles. But so far, pretty neat toy. I'll actually have to break down, read the instructions, see if I can switch the camera back and forth without having to stop recording and then start again. These things are usually user error. Squirrel or a bird mad at me. Now, here's an old manism. Two things. Number one, I forgot to start my run app to calculate my distance after walking for about half or a kilometer. Number two, remember those gloves I said that I lost? You know, I was mad. Well, guess what? They're in my back right pocket. Yeah, in my own pocket, and I couldn't find them. That is a serious problem. I am pretty awkward with this thing right now, but first time use. Sure, I'll figure it out. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. I took yesterday off from walking, so my legs are a little sore today and tired, but keep going. So we had the kids over Christmas Eve, which was nice. Shared a meal, played some cards and had some laughs. So that was a good time. And then went to my in-laws Christmas morning to have some brunch and open presents. And they always say, "Oh, we didn't get hardly anything this year." Took 5 of us about 2 trips to get all the gifts out of the basement up to put under the Christmas tree. But as long as everyone gets enjoyment out of it, it's okay. Sometimes you truly don't need anything, but sometimes you don't know as well as other people what you need. Like this selfie stick. I also got a Fit watch, not the actual Fitbit, but I need to get a different strap for it because it doesn't fit on my fat wrist. So that may help count steps as well. I switched hands, give my arm a break on the other hand. I've had a lot of trouble with my left hand lately. Fingers stiffen up and my thumb. Nice thing about this DJI thing is kind of follows your face, and it'll actually angle around to keep your face in the frame, because that's what all of you are looking for, is to make sure my face is perfectly square on the screen. This ice or snow sure gotten hard and icy and crusty on top. Probably wouldn't be good for skiing on. Well, it was sunny earlier, now we got the clouds again. Pretty quiet out here today as usual. I did pass a couple who were walking, and another guy took off ahead of me walking his dog, so not an overly crowded place, which suits me fine. Trail's gotten a little bit narrow and rougher. You can hear my walking stick breaking through the layer of ice on top of the snow. Should have had my boots on. The why in the road. Do I feel like going down the hill or staying on top and going around? The path going down the hill isn't as worn down. Well, we'll head down the hill, see what kind of trouble we can get into. I think the reason you have to stop recording to switch cameras is so that the gimbal can readjust itself. A couple deer have used this path. Down the hill we go. Let's see if mistakes were made. I think only one person, maybe 2, have walked down here since it snowed. And the deer. So far, no falling though. I have noticed that this DJI app for videoing takes a lot of battery. My phone is already at 60%. Excuse me while I adjust this thing. Whereas normally a walk would have done nothing. Even an hour-long walk. But I might be videoing a bit more too, because I'm constantly playing around with this thing. Somebody was down here pulling the sled. Nobody's used the fire pit so far. Somebody has some kindling in there, but following the path that the deer have been taking down to the water. Somebody went across that ice. I don't know if I would trust it. See, somebody tried to poke through it here. It's not deep by any means, but getting wet when it's below zero is never comfortable at all. I like how when you pan with this thing, it slows it down so that my jerky motions aren't just flipping through. I think I've said this before. I should have come down here with some hot dogs and started a little fire. Nice and peaceful down here. I'm just taking a little rest until I have to start climbing up the hill again. Something crashing around in the bush over there. I can't see it. Sounds like something, a big animal banging his antlers against a tree or something. Sit at this picnic table for a bit, but decided I didn't feel like getting hemorrhoids, so time to go back up the hill. I still want to know what's out there, especially at this distance. Not going to run into it anyways because I'm heading the opposite direction. You can always tell when I stumble too because I end up going like this. See, saw some deer hair down there. Like I said before, the wildlife certainly hear me coming. The way I just stumble and trudge and I guess talking too. Remember when talking to yourself was a sign of insanity? Now we do it all the time. Okay, beginning our ascent. Unless I stop to catch my breath, probably won't record anything till I'm at the top of the hill. Snow blindness is a real thing, even when the sun isn't out. I've been staring at the snow in the trail to watch my steps, and it's amazing how quickly that whiteout effect just almost blinds where you're walking. That might have been as much work as going up all those stairs. Not quite done yet. Whew. Crested the hill. That was a lot of work. Especially in a narrow trail. I don't walk the daintiest, obviously, with one foot in front of the other. I walk more like a penguin. Nice German Shepherd came bounding by me. Nice dark colored Shepherd. Could give two shits about me, which is good to see. His owner was right behind him, but he obviously spotted something in the bushes because he went after it a couple times. Well, almost caught my breath. The way back to where I parked is almost uphill the whole way. You end up ending your walk with the most cardio workout. I have the extension out on the DJI about a foot, and with the weight of my camera, certainly can feel it in my forearm. I must say, this month we've had a lot of cloud cover. I know I always note when it's sunny because for the last little while it's mostly cloudy. A few dead bees lying around. The warm weather we had, they must have decided to come out of the hive. Not their best decision. Unless for natural reasons. They were supposed to come out of the hive. I don't know. I don't know how well this video will turn out, but when you're using new gear, it's never usually a stellar production. Not that I was going for production value, but YouTube has a tendency to promote videos that have better quality to them. Not too much activity around here on Boxing Day in Canada. I had to look up why we had Boxing Day, and it seemed to come from the British side of the house, where Boxing Day was where the servants were given their bonuses and celebrated their Christmas. And another theory or remembrance was that all the donations to the poor boxes were open today, and money was given to the poor so that they could have something for their Christmas season. Now in the 21st century and the 20th century, it's all about shopping. Boxing Day sales, which evolved into Boxing Week sales, and now are Boxing Month sales after Black Monday for online sales, and what's the Friday sale called in the States? Well, maybe it's Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales, which seems like a lot of the world has adopted. This thing's having trouble adjusting when I switch hands, or I am. It's always got to be operator error. What is this thing doing? There we go. Except I'm not in the center. Because it is all about me, you know. It is a selfie stick. Well, just about to the end of my walk. I checked the running app and it said 5 kilometers. And Google said 5.5. But Google was counting from the time I left the car. The running app didn't start counting until I turned it on, which would appear to be about a half a kilometer in. So maybe I was giving Google too much of a hard time. It's off a little bit, but we'll see once I get a watch strap what my new watch will do. Not too sure how many gadgets you can have hooked up to Bluetooth at the same time, because this DJI thing needs access to the Bluetooth, and so does the phone. But I think the watch. But I think the watch would at least record the data on it. Obviously, I'll have to see. I'm gonna have to start calling myself Gadget Man. A lady coming up behind me with her dog. And she's probably like, why won't this useless turd keep moving? Just about back to the car though. I guess I hit rush hour. Run into like 4 people. Okay, Google said I did 6. And Runkeeper said I did 5.5, and it was a half a kilometer before I started turning it on. So, Google and Runkeeper are equal today. Anyways, it was a good walk. A lot of stumbling around, a lot of hills, so I feel like I got a good cardio workout today and burnt off a bit of turkey and potatoes. Until the next one.